Dear friends, today we are going to discuss about the basic requirements and prerequisites for learning this simple logistics module in detail. In our previous videos, we have discussed about many different scenarios about S4 Hana Central Finance, and then we have discussed about S4 Hana Simple Finance, and today we are going to discuss about the basic requirements and prerequisites for learning this simple logistics module, and what is the eligibility criteria for learning this logistics module, that is simple logistics module. We will discuss who are all got the eligibility to learn this simple logistics module and what are all the primary requirements for learning this simple logistics module of S4 HANA. We will discuss each and everything in detail in this video. Now, if the consultants, if they want to pursue this simple logistics training, the consultants should have strong basic understanding of any of the logistics processes. Say for example, either the consultants should be strong in the end-to-end implementation processes in the SAP MM module, or the consultant should be very strong in implementing the end-to-end business process configuration in SAP PP module, or either the consultant should have very strong implementation experience in implementing the end-to-end SD module configurations, or either the consultant should have strong implementation experience in implementing the end-to-end supply chain management module. Only those consultants are able to learn this simple logistics module, because for learning simple logistics module, SAP has given some prerequisites. So what are all the prerequisites we have just now discussed in our first step? Either the consultant should have material management implementation experience, or either the consultant should have production planning end-to-end implementation configuration experience, or whether the consultant should have end-to-end sales and distribution implementation configuration experience, or either the consultant should have the complete end-to-end supply chain management module configuration, as well as how to implement this SCM module for their clients. So these are all some of the prerequisites that has been recommended by SAP for the consultants who are really interested to pursue this simple logistics module. And the second requirement is, as we have already discussed about this, should have very strong knowledge in any of the logistics module, namely SAP material management module, or SAP production planning module, or SAP sales and distribution module, or SAP supply chain management module. So either the consultants should have to be very strong in implementing in any one of the logistics modules, say for example SAP MM or PP or SD or SCM module. Then the third requirement is also same, SAP consultants with strong knowledge in either SD module, or the consultants should have very strong knowledge in SAP MM module, or the consultants should have handled the entire end-to-end PP module, or the consultants should have handled the end-to-end supply chain management module functionalities for the clients. Only those consultants are able to learn this simple logistics module, then only they can be able to implement, then only they can be able to deliver, then only they can be able to design, then only they can be able to execute the end-to-end simple logistics module for their clients based on the requirements. So for learning this simple logistics module, SAP has given many prerequisites we have discussed very clearly about the prerequisites. What are the prerequisites they have given is like SAP has given many prerequisites. Say for example, if the consultants, if they are really interested to pursue this simple logistics module, then they should have very strong exposure or they should have very strong implementation experience either in handling SAP MM module or in handling SAP PP module or in handling the entire end-to-end stuff in SAP SD module or in handling the end-to-end supply chain management functionalities for the clients. Only those consultants are able to learn this simple logistics module, and only they can be implement very effectively the simple logistics modules for their clients. So that is the reason why SAP has given some prerequisites for learning this simple logistics module, because once if the consultants are very strong in the above discussed logistics modules, then only they can be able to handle the entire end-to-end implementation in the simple logistics modules very effectively, because the simple logistics module is one of the most advanced module for the entire logistics processes. So the logistic processes means what is the logistics processes exactly. So this logistics processes is the combination of many different logistics applications, like material management is the combination of the logistic processes, production planning, and also SAP sales and distribution and SAP supply chain management. So the entire logistics module comprises of four different logistics modules, starting from SAP material management module, followed by SAP sales and distribution module, followed by SAP production planning module, and then we have SAP supply chain management module. So these four applications, these four logistics modules are combinedly together under SAP S4 HANA simple logistics module. That is the reason why all the consultants are given some prerequisites. All the consultants are recommended to have the prerequisites in order to learn this simple logistics module very effectively. Then only if the consultants are having very strong implementation knowledge in either one of these above discussed logistics modules, then only they can be able to design, then only they can be able to execute, then only they can be able to implement, then only they can be able to support the entire end-to-end logistics processes for the clients. So in this video, we have discussed very clearly about the basic requirements and, in other words, the prerequisites for learning this simple logistics modules, and then who can be able to implement these simple logistics modules successfully in the industry. We have discussed very clearly, because this simple logistics module is the combination of four different SAP logistics modules, namely say SAP material management, SAP sales and distribution, SAP production planning, as well as SAP supply chain management module. So that means simply we have to remember like that. Simple logistics module is the combination of material management module, is the combination of production planning module, is the combination of sales and distribution module, as well as the combination of supply chain management module. So that means only if the consultants are very strong in any one of the above stated logistics modules, then only all the consultants are able to implement successfully the simple logistics modules for their clients. Then only they can be able to follow different methodologies, and they can be able to implement successfully for the clients based on the requirements. So that is the reason why SAP has given some prerequisites for learning this complete simple logistics module. Okay, that means the consultant should be very strong in either one of the logistics modules. We have already discussed about different logistics modules like material management, like production planning, sales and distribution, and supply chain management module. So if the consultants are very strong in either one of the logistics modules, then they can easily go for this simple logistics implementation, and even they can be able to go for the certification exams also in the respective logistics modules. So that is the reason why SAP has given some prerequisites for learning this simple logistics module very effectively. Once if the consultants are very strong in either one or two logistics processes, say for example either MMRPP or PPRSD or MMRSD, then if the consultants are very strong in the above discussed concepts, then they can be easily able to learn and implement this simple logistics modules very effectively for the clients. So in this video, we have clearly discussed about the basic requirements and the prerequisites for learning this end-to-end simple logistics module, and who can be able to learn what are all the prerequisites for the clients, for the consultants if they want to pursue this simple logistics modules, and what are all the eligibility criteria prior to learning this simple logistics module. So everything we have discussed very clearly in this video. So we will discuss about the different methodologies of implementation, like activate methodology, because normally in our centralized ECC system we are using the ASAP methodology, that is accelerated SAP methodology, for implementing different phases, but in S4 HANA we are using the activate methodology to implement different phases in this S4 HANA area. So we will discuss in detail about this activate methodology implementation in my next video. So before that, I want you people to be clear, very clear, that who are all be able to learn this simple logistics module, and you have to be very clear about the basic requirements and prerequisites for learning this entire simple logistics module, and how to implement this simple logistics module for the industry based on the requirements. So these are all the important informations about the basic requisites, basic prerequisites, as well as the fundamental eligibility criteria for learning this complete simple logistics module, and we will discuss very clearly about the activate methodology in our later videos. So before that, I want you people to be very strong in the basic prerequisites and what are all the requirements for learning this simple logistics module, as we have discussed very clearly in this video. So I think you people are very clear about who are able to learn this simple logistics module, and what are all the eligibility criteria and what are all the prerequisites for learning this S4 HANA simple logistics module. So that's all about the informations in this video. So we will discuss very clearly about the different phases of activate methodology in our later videos. Now I want to tell about myself. I am Raja. I am having more than 20 plus years of experience in the SAP industry. I have worked extensively in the implementation, production support, rollout and upgrade projects for my overseas client, and I have been in on-site for more than 5 years delivering Middle East and European clients projects. And regarding my areas of interest in the certifications, I have done my certification in finance. I have done my certification in Central Finance, S4 HANA Central Finance. I have done my certification in S4 HANA Simple Finance. I have done my certification in S4 HANA Simple Logistics module as well. And also previously I have done my certification in BPC also before coming into this S4 HANA area. And recently I have completed my certification in Business and Revenue Innovation Management, that is BRIM model, okay, which was previously the hybrid application of SAP. So in this video we have very clearly discussed about the basic requirements and prerequisites for learning this simple logistics module, and what are all the eligibility criteria, and who are all the consultants can learn and implement this S/4HANA simple logistics module in the industry we have discussed in detail. So if you have any doubts, you can call me or you can mail me. So we will discuss some more important topics in the later videos. Thank you.